Gurugadara education program. Today we are going to learn grade 10 maths lesson, that is scale diagram, the last chapter in your textbook. By studying this lesson, you will be able to identify an angle of elevation and angle of depression, and also solve problems related to scale diagrams in a vertical plane. Okay, my dear students, in grade 9, you have learned how to measure a location of a point in a horizontal plane. There you find bearing of a location and draw a scale diagram in a vertical plane, and you find unknown quantities using the scale diagram. But today we are going to learn two types of angles in the vertical plane. The first one is angle of elevation. The angle of elevation, what is that? Just imagine that you are in the boat. You have to observe the top point of the lighthouse. See, the eye level is horizontal. You have to observe upwards. The line of the vision is above the eye level. In such a case, we say the angle between the eye level and the line of vision is the angle of elevation. What is that? The angle of elevation. Okay. There is another type. We'll see what is that. The angle of depression. Observe the figure there. Now we are in the top of the lighthouse. You have to observe the boat. Therefore, the eye level is horizontal. You have to observe downwards. See the angle X? The angle between the eye level and the line of vision. There we say the angle of depression. See, the angle formed in between the eye level and the line of vision. When the line of vision is below the eye level, we say that is angle of depression. Okay, they are the two types of angles we are using in the vertical plane. Now look at this picture. You can see a man is observing the parachute. See the horizontal line? He has to look above, upwards. There we say the angle is angle of elevation. Now, imagine that you are in the parachute. When you want to observe the person who is on the land, you have to look downwards. The angles so formed, we say angle of depression. Here see, I have given the magnitudes of the angle of elevation and the angle of depression. Both are same. Why is that? Now see, the line of vision is common to both. If so, the angle of elevation and the angle of depression, the magnitudes are equal. Okay, shall we move to the next? See here, the man is observing the plane on the sky. There he has to move, look upwards. We say the angle in between the horizontal level and the line of vision, the above the eye level, angle of elevation. Very good. Now see, in the same way, when he wants to observe the dog on the land, he has to look downwards. There, the angle formed in the horizontal line and the line of vision, we say the angle of depression. What is that? The angle of depression. Okay. Now move to this. There is a picture. A person is observing an owl, and also owl is observing the person. The red color one is above the eye level, angle of elevation. and the blue color angle in between the eye level and the line of vision. Below the eye level, we say it is the angle of depression. Here also the line of vision is common to both. So we can say the magnitudes of the both angles are equal. Yes. Okay. Normally, the angle of elevation and the angle of depression always made with the horizontal level, that is the eye level. That is the eye level. Two types of angles we are measuring in the vertical plane, the angle of elevation and angle of depression with respect to the horizontal level. Okay. Now here, if I am asking what is x here, what is the angle x? Now you know because you have learned it. X is the angle of elevation. That is not my problem. Now I have a problem. What is that? You may have that one. How do we measure this angle x or the angle of elevation? Do you know that? Well, see, we have to use an instrument to measure the angle of elevation or angle of depression. There is an instrument. In grade 9 you have learned the clinometer. That is the instrument we are used to measure the angle of elevation. Now see, this is a mini clinometer. In grade 9 you made this. Now the problem is, how do we use the clinometer? What is the way of using the clinometer? We'll see. Here, now I have a clinometer. I will show you how to use this. Then you can imagine. If you have the instrument in the school, you can use it after I demonstrate this one. See here, now I am observing a point. This is my eye level. That's what I told you. Then I want to observe a point in the top, in the vertical plane, a point upwards. Now see the way I am observing. I am observing upwards. Now here the angle formed in between the zero level and the plumb line, that is the angle of elevation. You can see the picture there. The boy is looking at the top of the tree. See the way? You can use it. Now see, the group of students are measuring the angle of elevation. They are observing above, looking above. That is the angle of elevation. Now here also the angle of elevation. Now the other one. How do we find the angle of depression using the clinometer? In the picture you can see, and I can show you the way. Now see, in my hand there is the instrument. Now I want to observe the angle of, I want to measure the angle of depression. So I am looking downwards like this. See, the line of vision is below the eye level. That is the angle of depression. The angle formed in between the zero level and the plumb line. That is the angle of depression here. Okay, I think you understood. And now revise. So far you have learned the angle of elevation and angle of depression. And now you know how to measure the angle of elevation and the angle of depression. And now carefully observe this picture. My dear children, now you got the idea. What is the angle between the eye level and the line of vision here? Observe it. Here the x. the angle between the eye level and the line of vision. See, the person who is in the boat observing, looking upwards. What is the angle? Yes, very good. That is the angle of elevation. One more. Look at this one. What is the angle between the eye level and the line of vision here? The line of vision is below the eye level. What is that? Yes, that is angle of depression. Very good. Now one more. What is this angle? The angle between the eye level and the line of vision. Observe upwards. What is that angle? Yes? Yes, very good. It is angle of elevation. Now move to this one. There are two angles in the vertical plane, x and y. Now you know what is x. What is that one? Very good. That is the angle of elevation. And y is below the eye level, angle of depression. Okay. Now you have learned the angle of elevation and angle of depression, and you know how to use the clinometer to measure the angle of elevation and angle of depression. Everything you know. Now the problem is, they are in the screen. What is that? Though we know the value of magnitude of x and y, how do you measure the height of a tree, height of the tree? Can you use a meter ruler? Can you use a measuring tape? It is difficult. So, what shall we do? Now you are learning mathematics. Now you can measure the angles in the vertical plane. Here the question is, how to measure the height of the tree? We'll see. For that we are learning scale drawing. You know this, how to draw scale drawing. I remind you, in the horizontal plane, we have done this. The new thing is, you have to draw this in the vertical plane. Okay, I just recall, what is a scale drawing? Imagine that there is a big object. The original object is very big. Can you draw a piece of paper? It is impossible. It is impossible. So what shall we do? We have to reduce the size. We have to reduce the size. That we say drawing scale diagram or scale drawing. On the other way, if the object is tiny one or a small one, can you draw on a piece of paper? No, it is impossible. We can't observe. So what shall we do? We have to enlarge that one. That we say scale drawing. You know how to draw the scale diagrams in the horizontal plane. You learnt in grade 9. Okay, now we are going to draw scale diagrams in the vertical plane. Okay, tell me, why do we draw scale diagrams? What is the purpose of learning this one? Here, several pictures are there. Observe them carefully. I want to measure the height of the tree. There is a short coconut tree. Anyhow, I can use the ruler to measure the height. But if there is a tall coconut tree, Can I use a ruler to measure the height? It is impossible. Yes. In such a case, we can use scale diagrams. And there is a house and a story building. Now see, the small house, anyhow I can use the meter ruler or a measuring tape to measure the height. But what about the story building, the tall building? Can I use a measuring tape or a ruler? It is difficult. In such a case, we can draw scale diagrams. Okay. Now, shall we discuss furthermore on drawing scale diagrams, but in a vertical plane? Now, our question was how to measure the height of the coconut tree. Observe the diagram given here. Now, the angle of elevation is given as 50 and the distance between the foot of the coconut tree and the person is 6 meters. Remember, there I have ignored the height of the person. Ignoring the height of the person, I draw the scale diagram. Shall we? Okay. Before drawing the scale diagram, what I have to do? We have to select a suitable scale. It should be a suitable one. Now here I have taken representing 1 meter by 1 centimeter. I use that scale. Why is that? I have given the distance as 6 meters. Now I want to find the scale length of 6 meters. Therefore, I use a proper scale, that is representing 1 meter by 1 centimeter. Normally, we are writing the scale as a ratio. You know that one. I know you learn them in grade 9. See, 1 meter means 100 centimeters, the same unit. So, I have written 1 to 100. 1 to 100. Okay. Shall we review some more on the scale? There are different types. I will explain you. See the ways. You can say 1 centimeter represent 1 meter. Or else you can say representing 1 meter by 1 centimeter. That's I use there. The 1 centimeter, 1 meter, that is the relationship. Normally the scale we are writing as a ratio. What is the ratio? 1 to 100. 100 means 1 meter. I have converted into centimeters because when we are writing the ratio, the units should be the same. Okay. Now, according to the selected scale, shall we draw the scale diagram? Okay, I have done it for you. Now, carefully observe. The scale is 1 to 100. First, what I have to do? I have to find the scale length for 6 meters. Now see the way I found 1 meter by 1 centimeter. Then 6 meter by 1 by 6. The scale length is 6 centimeters. Okay. Now I explain you how to draw the scale diagram. First, I have to draw the line AB there. that is 6 centimeters. See there, AB is 6 centimeters. After that, I have to measure the angle of elevation. I have to measure the 50 degrees. Using the protractor, keeping the protractor at the point B, I am measuring the angle 50 degrees and I will draw the line CB. Where is the C? We have to draw the vertical line at the point A. The vertical line at the point A. Now, the triangle ABC is completed. I use the scale length 6 centimeters and I have measured the angle 50 degrees, and what I have to do is what? We have to measure the length of AC there. What is AC? I have done it for you. 7.2 centimeters. 7.2 centimeters. That is the scale height of the tree. Scale height of the tree. So, my question was the height of the tree, the actual height of the tree. What is that? If the scale height is 7.2 cm, I have to find the actual height. Now, according to the scale, I have to multiply 7.2 by 100 centimeters. There are 720 centimeters. 720 centimeters mean you know how to convert into meters. What shall we do? We have to measure by 100. Yes, I have done it. Dividing 720 by 100, I got 7.2, not centimeters, but meters. Good. Now, I found the height of the tree, that is AC, is 7.2 centimeters. Okay, got it? Yes. Now you know how to draw the scale diagrams. Using the scale diagram, how to find the length. Okay. Shall we move to another example? I have selected this from the textbook. The example number 1 in your textbook. If you have the textbook with you, you can refer it. We'll see the question. From a 60-meter tall lighthouse, a boat A is observed at sea with an angle of depression of 31 degrees, and another boat B with an angle of depression of 45 degrees. You can see the figure, 45 degrees, and the two boats A and B. See, the two boats and the lighthouse are in the same vertical plane. What you have to do is, you have to draw a scale diagram depicting or representing the information and find the distance between the two boats A and B. A and B. Okay, we'll see. I have done it for you. I will explain the way to draw this one. I think you will refer the example again and again, and you will understand. We'll see. Now, the height of the lighthouse is 60 meters. Accordingly, I have selected the scale. Think of it, if it is 60 meters, I use representing 10 meters by 1 centimeter, because there are 60 meters to represent. That is why I have selected that one. So, what is the scale as a ratio? Yes, 1 to 1000. Why it is 1000 there? We are representing 10 meters by 1 centimeter. 10 meters by 1 centimeters. 10 meters we are converting into centimeters by multiplying 100. So, I will get the ratio as 1 to 1000. Now, accordingly, the scale diagram is there. How shall we draw it? Where is the starting point? Okay. First of all, I have to draw the vertical line, that is the lighthouse. If I use letters CD, I have to draw the line segment CD. Using a ruler, I have to get the scale length. What is the scale length there? If 10 meters by 1, then 60 meters by 6 centimeters. So, I have used there 6 centimeters. After that, I have to move to the point D. Now, I know the point D, where the point D is. You got it? Yes. Now, at the point D, you have to mark the horizontal line. The eye level, the horizontal line. Now, I have marked there the dotted line. Now, accordingly, I have to measure the two angles. The one is, shall we measure 31? That is the angle of depression of A. When you are observing the boat A, the angle is 31 degrees. Using the protractor, I have to measure 31 degrees there. And then I have to observe point B. There, I have to measure 45 degrees, that angle. Then I have to join DB. And in the question, what you have to do? You have to find the distance between two boats. In the scale diagram, that is AB, the distance AB. In the scale diagram, it is 4 centimeters. Using the ruler, I measured that one. 4 centimeters. That is the scale length. So, I have to find the actual length or the actual distance between the two boats. Using the scale, I am converting. See the way? 4 by 1000. That is 4000 centimeters. The distance is 4000 centimeters. Now, I have to convert that into meters. How shall we? Usually, we are dividing this by 100. Then the answer is 40 meters. What is 40 there? The distance between the two boats. I think you got the idea. Okay. Now, we know how to draw scale diagrams in the vertical plane. Okay. Shall we discuss some more example? This is another example in the textbook. Example number 2. Shall we read this? Okay. In the horizontal playground, Dilini is standing at the location A, 5 meters away from a netball goal post. She can see the top of the goal post T with an angle of elevation of 18 degrees from her eye level E. She can see the base of the goal post F from the same position with an angle of depression of 15 degrees. Okay, what you have to do here? Draw a scale diagram and find Delaney's height and the height of the goal post. Okay. Now here the diagram shows the details. Now shall we draw the sketch diagram depicting the information given? Just a sketch, rough diagram. Without measuring, just I am drawing. Now see, the Delaney is at the point A. The top of the goal post is T. And the foot of the goal post is F. And see, the eye level is given as E. Okay, the magnitudes are mentioned there. Now, the foot of the goal post and the player, the distance between those is 5 meters. It says that Delaney is 5 meters away from the foot of the goal post. Okay. And now we have to select a proper scale or a suitable scale. What should be? Now here I have selected representing 1 meter by 2 centimeters. If it is 1 meter by 1 centimeters, it's a small one. It is difficult to measure. So I have taken representing 1 meter by 2 centimeters. As a ratio, I can write 2 to 100. 100 is 1 meter. 2 to 100. Normally, we are writing the simplest form. Therefore, I am writing that as 1 to 50. Using 1 centimeter, I am representing 50 centimeters. 50 centimeters by 1 centimeters. That is our selected scale. Okay. Now, I have to find the scale length for 5 meters. That is the first thing. Accordingly, I am finding that. See, 1 meter by 2 centimeters. So then, 5 meters by, see the way I have found there, 2 by 5. That is 10 centimeters. You got it? Yes. Now you know the scale length for 5 meters. That is 10 centimeters. Now shall we draw the scale diagram? This is the sketch diagram. We have to draw the scale diagram now. See the scale diagram. Our scale is 1 to 50. I have done this for you. If you want, you can refer. See, shall I explain the way to draw this? Shall I help you? Do you follow me? Okay. Then here, first you have to draw the horizontal line AF. You know the length of AF now. Horizontal line AF. Using the ruler, you are measuring 10 centimeters and mark the endpoints A and F. Okay. Now, where the E is, we don't know that one. We know the angle of elevation and angle of depression. Do you remember? I remind you that there is a place where the angle of depression and the angle of elevation is equal. I am using that here. At the point F, I will measure the 15 degrees. You got the idea? The angle of depression when I am observing the foot F at the point E, they are the 15. Alternate angles are equal in magnitudes. So I have measured 15 there. And I draw FE, where the E. At the point A, I have to draw the vertical line. Then when I am drawing the line starting at the point F, I will find the point E there. And at the point E, I am measuring the angle of 18, that is the angle of elevation, observing the top of the goalpost T. Then I will draw the line ET. Now I have completed the scale diagram. What is our question? Do you remember the question now? Okay. We have to find the height of the goalpost and also height of the player or Dillini. Here, which one is the height of the goalpost? That is FT. Can you measure the length of FT here using the ruler? Yes, you can measure. Now you have to measure the length FT and AE in the scale diagram. Then accordingly, I have to find the actual length, then the height. See, AE is 2.6 centimeters, so Dillini's height is, you have to use the scale. What is the scale here? 1 to 50. Then you are multiplying by 50. Here 130 centimeters. As usual, we are converting into meters by dividing 100, 1.3 meters. That is the height of Dillini. Then you have to find the height of the goalpost. That is TF. TF is 6 centimeters in the scale drawing. So, I am converting that into actual length. So, I have to multiply 6 by 50 centimeters. There I get 300 centimeters. Similarly, I am converting by dividing 100. The height of the goalpost is 3 meters. Okay. So far you have learned lot of examples. I think now you know how to draw scale diagrams. Okay. I have discussed 2 examples in your textbook. You can refer again and again. Now see, in the exercise 32.3, the third question, I have selected the third question. Shall we discuss this one? Okay. Shall we read? This is the third question in the exercise 32.3. Okay. We'll see. A ladder leaning against a wall is shown in the figure. Draw a scale diagram using the given information, and first you have to find the length of the ladder and you have to find the distance from the foot of the ladder to the wall. Okay, see here 6 meters given and the angle in between the horizontal level or the ground level, and the ladder is 60 degrees. See, this is the sketch diagram. I have name. AC is the ladder. The length is x there. Then it will be easy for you. Now CB is the distance between the foot of the ladder and the ball. That is y. AB is 6 meters. The question is, we have to find the length of x and y there. So, let us draw the scale diagram. I have selected representing 1 meter by 1 centimeter. Then it is easy. The scale is 1 to 100. Now, I have to represent 6 meter in the scale diagram. Therefore, I have to find the scale length of 6 meter. If 1 by 1, then 6 by 6. That is 6 centimeters. And now follow the scale diagram. I have done it for you. First, I have to draw the vertical line AB. That is 6 centimeters. That is the first step we have to do. Okay. Then what shall we? Do you know the point C? No. But we know the angle between CB and AC, 60 degrees. But I don't know where the C is. So what shall we? I know the point A, and AB is the vertical line and CB is the horizontal line. It is perpendicular. So I know the other angle is 30 degrees. So at the point A, using the protractor, I am measuring 30 degrees and I will draw the line AC. Now the triangle is completed, and in the scale diagram I can measure the length CB and AC, that is y and x, y and x. Y is 3.6 centimeters and x is 7.2 centimeters. Okay. Now accordingly I can find the actual length. The scale length of the ladder is 7.2 centimeters. Then I am finding the actual length there by multiplying 100, 720 cm. Now this is familiar to you. Now the length of the ladder is 7.2 meters. Similarly, the scale length of x, that is the distance between the foot of the ladder and the wall, 3.6 centimeters is the scale length. So you are multiplying by 100, then the actual distance is 3.6 meters. Okay, got it? Good. Now, shall I discuss one more question? That is the 6th question in the exercise 32.3. We'll see. Now read the question with me. I have highlighted the key points there. Mr. Pires observes that the angle of elevation to the top of a coconut tree from the upper floor balcony of his house is 40 degrees. The angle of elevation is 40 degrees. The distance from his house to the coconut tree is 6 meters. And what you have to do is find the minimum length of a picking pole, he could pluck coconuts with from the upper floor balcony. That is your question. This is a familiar experience for you, isn't it? Yes. We'll see. This is the sketch diagram. You are in the building, top of the building. Now you want to pick a coconut. How shall we? You have to use a pole, picking pole. Now see the distance, the angle of elevation and given. What you have to do is you have to find the length of x here. X is the length of the picking pole. If you want to pick a coconut, you have to use that length. Otherwise, it is impossible. So, we'll see. We have to draw a scale diagram. Then we can find a picking pole. We'll see. I have selected the scale as 1 to 100, representing 1 meter by 1 centimeter. If so, I have to use 6 centimeters to represent 6 meters. Now see the scale diagram. Now you know the way to draw the scale diagrams. 6 centimeters you can draw it, 40 degrees you can measure it. Now in the scale diagram, you can measure the length of x. I have done it for you. X is 7.8 cm in my scale drawing. Now I want to convert into actual length. 7.8 I have to multiply by 100. So the length of the picking pole is 7.8 meters. Okay. Now we have learned a lot today. Shall we recall from the beginning? We learned 2 types of angles in the vertical plane. The first is an angle of elevation and angle of depression. What else? And you know how to draw scale diagrams using a suitable scale. And using the scale drawing, you know how to find the height of a tree or an object. Do you? The distance between 2 objects. Yes. And the angle of elevation or angle of depression. Okay. These are the things we learned today. I think you have understood very well. Okay. Now it is time to wind up our lesson today. So, shall we meet from another lesson? Goodbye.